All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. AtR podcast, post-fight reaction. Juan Francisco Estrada against Roman El Chocolatito Gonzalez. Of course, if you guys watched the fight, I'm pretty sure all of you did. Or maybe you saw the results somewhere on the internet. Estrada defeats Gonzalez. Chris, I'm going to let you take it away. You had a lot to say pre-show.
Yeah.
You were amped up. I had to calm you down a little bit. But now we're live, man. Let the people know. Shout out to Sean, first of all. Sorry, Chris. Shout out to Sean.
Shout out to Sean. Sean's on the
boxing. And let us know what you guys thought. Chris is going to let you know what he thought right now. And let's see if we agree.
See, I think Sean he's a man of reason. He's he sees every round by round. He calls it, exactly how he saw it. The decision went to Estrada, and I know that is what we predicted. We both said decision. We got it right, but I got to call it how I saw it. I think I don't want to scream robbery because it wasn't a robbery. It was very close. But I saw Chocolatito winning this fight, 7-5, in a very, very close fight. Very close fight. I got 7 rounds. 7 rounds.
So you gave Chocolatito 7 rounds.
7 rounds to 5.
7 to 5.
7 to 5.
Oh, I thought you were talking some more hot shit out there, man. I
honestly
you were come out here and say it on camera.
I think he's a gentleman of the sport. I think he was very humble in defeat. But even he said at the end, he felt he won. I thought he won. And you even said it, Gio. Around the 7th, 8th round, Estrada was starting to come on. I think it was the 6th, 7th. He's starting to come on. I was like, if he does this throughout the fight, I can see it going Estrada's way. But that did not happen. Chocolatito got back in command. Close round still, but I just saw the precision, in those later rounds. It was a Chocolatito
Where's
fight.
the energy before the show, man? Bring it on here. Let them know what you thought, man. Let them know what you really thought. But let me cut you off real quick because, first of all, I want to commend both of them for the great show that they gave us. This is exactly what we expected. A lot of people expected Estrada to knock Chocolatito out. I know some people were in our DMs saying that. Our guy Frankie Charlo said Estrada's going to knock him out viciously. And a lot of people, that's what the sentiment was. Mm-hmm. It did not happen that way. Big ups to Chocolatito. I feel like he should feel like a winner despite the cards. Personally, obviously, I'm not scoring these fights. I mean, how do you score this? And Arthur is saying, here in the chat, a lot of the early rounds were hard to score. Yeah, I don't know how to score them. These guys both threw over 1,000 punches. I just said, hey, I'm happy with the draw before they read the scorecards. Our predictions were Estrada by unanimous decision or decision, whatever. So I just want to throw that out there. That was our prediction before the fight. I'm not mad at it, honestly. Obviously, 117, 111, was it?
Yeah.
That didn't happen.
No way.
That gentleman should not be allowed to sleep in his own room, in his own bed tonight. They should lock him up for the night at least so he can learn. That did not happen. But I'm not mad at the winner, and I'm hearing some of the comments that you guys are saying, people on Twitter complaining, this and that. Maybe, I don't know, was it the DAZN narrative? I don't know. I thought it was so close. I just said, hey, I'm good with the draw. Obviously, if you give it to Chocolatito, I can see that. If you give it to Estrada, you can see that. I don't know. It's too tough to score for me. I'd have to watch it probably 1-2 more times maybe for me to come to a conclusive, outcome.
Yeah. To me, not like I said, it was a close fight. Close fight, but if you had to pick a winner, dude, you just felt it. You just felt like the first half of the fight, Chocolatito. I know the first 2 rounds, you're warming up. It's hard to score, but you just felt that first half, the first 4 or 5 rounds were favorably to Chocolatito. The middle rounds, clearly Estrada. He was fighting on the back foot, countering.
I wouldn't say clearly, Chris. I disagree with you when you say clearly because I don't think anything was clear in this fight. The zone at one point gave Chocolatito 3 rounds in a row. I don't think that happened. At one point, they gave Chocolatito 4 rounds in a row in the second half of the fight. I don't think that happened. So I think when you throw words out clearly, I wouldn't say clearly.
I see it in 3 parts.
Nothing was clear to me, man.
Beginning, middle, and end. It was a close fight throughout. But beginning, Chocolatito. Middle rounds, Estrada. Final, I just saw Chocolatito's precision and his stamina kick in. We thought he was gonna slow down. 33-year-old. He's been in wars with with sore. I thought he was gonna slow down.
Yeah,
that did not happen.
Yeah, he fought his heart out, man, and you saw his reaction in the post fight interview. Man, if you didn't feel that, if
you saw the crowd, you heard the crowd. There was boos. They don't just boo just cause. That's their country, man.
I saw a lot of people with Nicaragua flags out there, man.
Not in Texas. There's gonna be some.
I saw them on TV.
The majority.
One guy even had like a Dodgers jersey, but it said Nicaragua, dog.
Clever, but no. In Texas, it's gonna be majority Mexican.
Let's go to some comments here because Sean, who's a person who we really respect his opinions, unless it comes to Andre Ward. No, I'm joking. But he's saying, all right, my humble opinion, and on this initial watch, it was 115, 114 for Gonzalez.
Yes.
I scored one round even. Many were difficult for me to score. And I 1,000% agree with that because I'm for 10-10s.
Yeah. See, that's the thing. We're big proponents of 10-10 card.
Yeah.
Or rounds, but we
don't force me to choose, man. Don't force me to flip a coin and say, all right, I'm gonna go with in this close round, I'm gonna go with Estrada. Oh, in this close round, I'm gonna make it up and go with Gonzalez. No, why not 10-10?
Yeah. On that basis, I can see that fight being closer to a draw. But if you had to pick an outright winner, I would have given it to Chocolatito. I just felt it that way. That's what I saw. Again, close fight. Wouldn't be mad at at an even draw, but I think something that we can clearly and honestly say that 117, 111 is a farce. That is just way too much. You can't be. I won't be mad at 115, 113 either way. I was actually expecting that. Am I surprised that I saw 117, 111? At this stage of the game, boxing politics, judges, I'm not surprised with that. Yeah. I feel like you'll see that in every 3-4 fights.
Now, Arthur says, I tried, but I couldn't keep up as far as like scoring them.
Yeah.
I 100% agree. I gave up like after I saw them throw 100 punches, which was probably a couple minutes into the fight.
Yeah.
But we gave my brother a microphone here.
Yeah.
And because you guys were going at it before the pre-show.
Yeah.
Now, what were you saying that you're not saying on camera, Chris? Because everyone in this room is pretty calm, and I heard some shouting and yelling out there.
Yeah, step it up, Chris. Come on.
What was I saying?
Say with your chest.
Yeah, say it.
Honestly,
nobody's watching right now. It's only maybe 500,000 this time.
What I said was Chocolatito is such a humble dude.
But
he's a God-fearing dude.
That's your emotions playing. That has nothing to do with the fight. Talk about the fight. Why are you talking about him being humble and
I agree with that because
you got to be objective here. You can't just
no.
Can't just say he's humble. Yeah, he deserves this. He deserves that.
Estrada fought a good fight. Like I said, previous to the fight, I thought he was gonna win a decision. He was doing what I thought he was gonna do in the middle rounds. He just did not keep that momentum up.
Okay, yeah, I agree with that.
There was the power. The power was in favor of Estrada for sure.
Yeah.
So I wasn't in this debate out there. I was in here setting up, and I can hear it. But when I was walking by, I heard so I heard you immediately after the fight saying, Chocolatito deserves this, man. What a comeback after getting knocked out.
That's right.
After the fight.
Yeah.
But I don't
that has nothing to do with the actual fight.
No,
the actual fight, what happened inside the ring.
Yeah.
All that, it's great. Of course, Chocolatito deserves praise. Yeah. I had counted him out after he got knocked out. Most people pretty much everybody did.
Yes.
But that has nothing to do with how this fight turned out.
Yeah,
what do you mean that has nothing to do?
Those fights
that should not influence.
It doesn't influence
your opinion of the fight alone.
It doesn't influence, but it shows
what you saw in the ring.
It shows you the will and the comeback. Like I said, everybody after a knockout, after a knockout, you're not mentally the same. That's what I was thinking. I was like, he's not gonna be mentally the same, especially in the later rounds. But he showed that will and that heart, and that position and that game plan.
Arthur says Chocolatito's a religious man. He should have won.
Yeah, that's basically what you were saying. You're like,
I'm not saying that.
You're like, oh, he's such a humble guy, and of course he is. But then
I'm saying
that to me is kind of showing that you're letting your emotions and the way you feel about him kind of like
influence the way you're judging.
Yeah.
No. I'm not even. No. This is post fight.
Okay, but
real person
that should not count into the argument of the fight itself.
No. Of course, I'm just saying. Any fighter that knows they won, feels they won, they admit it. And I was surprised that he did admit it. Like
if I was in his position, I would feel that I won the fight too because it was a close enough fight, and he did outland Estrada.
Yeah.
But that has more to do with the way he fights, his pace. His punches flow effortlessly, and he throws a lot of punches.
Yeah.
Estrada moves a little bit more here and there.
Yeah.
So,
to
me, I agree he landed more punches, but to me, Estrada was landing harder punches.
Yes, and I agree with that.
And in those 2 rounds where he was landing, where he clearly won those 2 rounds in the middle, I forget which ones. Like, he landed some big shots.
Yeah. Just to be clear, I'm not saying, I know a lot of people are saying robbery. I'm not saying robbery.
No, there's no way.
Close fight.
No, but you said didn't you say he won clearly out there? Did I hear correctly or did
No.
not?
I said if there's an outright winner, it's Chocolatito. It's not Estrada. It is not Estrada. Close fight, but it's at best case scenario, it's a Chocolatito 7-5. Best case scenario for Estrada, draw. That's best case scenario.
I disagree. But let's go to some comments
Let's
here. Comics Vet is here. My fault. I just saw your message. I think I was right on my prediction. A split decision for Chocolatito. So he saw it going for Chocolatito. 117, 111 is ridiculous. Yeah, and we can't say enough about that. I mean, obviously that didn't happen. Nobody saw it. Not the biggest. So that was for Estrada, right? 117, 111. Yeah. That didn't happen.
Yeah, that definitely didn't happen.
You can ask any Estrada fan, and they'll probably tell you the
same.
same.
The best for Estrada to me would be 7-5, and it would still same be. Here. I would have gave it a 6-6. I would have gave it a draw.
Yeah. I can't be mad at that because it was close.
Oh, you were clearly mad out there, Chris.
Yeah, no,
because you were letting the whole religious him talking about God and crying at the end. Judge your emotions. Yeah, he cried at the end.
I saw that. I saw it 7-5 even before that interview, before the post. I was like, this is 7-5. That's what I saw, 7-5. 7-5. It could have been 8-4 for Chocolatito. I thought he fought one hell of a fight. The older fighter, 33, been in wars. Not many people expected him to fight the way he did, especially down the stretch.
Well, I'm not thinking about that. I'm thinking about if I had to pick a winner. If I had to pick one, I'd probably go with Estrada 7-5. Hey, you can walk. Hey, you're free to go, Chris. But let me explain before you leave. Now, that's if I had to pick a winner. I could see it either way. I'm not mad at 7-5 either way, 6-6. Like I said, I would have been happy with a draw. I just thought that Estrada was always under control. He never seemed, even when he was getting hit, he never got desperate. It was, obviously at times Chocolatito made him fight, Chocolatito's fight. But for the most part, I thought Estrada was cool in there. At the end of the fight, I would much rather be Estrada than Chocolatito. I thought Chocolatito took the harder punches, and he probably ended up more tired than Estrada. But that's just me. I'd rather, at the end of 12 rounds, I would rather be Estrada than Chocolatito. But obviously, it's so hard to score. I'm saying if I had to pick, I would pick Estrada. But I say that with like 40% confidence because I couldn't pick a winner in this one. It's just so difficult to score.
Do you agree with this, Alexis? You rather be Estrada or Chocolatito?
Yeah, at the end of the fight, I'd rather be Estrada because, I don't know, maybe it's just the way some guys take punishment, but Chocolatito was looking pretty swelled up and bruised up by like the middle of the fight. Yeah. And he did look a little gassed every time he'll go after every round, every time he'll go sit down, like he looked a little more gassed to me. Yeah. But I do agree that he landed more punches. Yeah. And Estrada seemed to not really be bothered because even when something landed clean, like he just walk back straight back to him and just throw more punches back. Yeah. And especially in those 2 middle rounds, Estrada was backing Chocolatito up, which that doesn't really happen. Like Chocolatito just pretty much keeps throwing and throwing even when he gets hit. So.
I know we heard this. You guys picked up on that corner telling Estrada he needed a knockout. I'm pretty sure we didn't think he needed a knockout.
I didn't even realize this, but that's the same trainer of Pernell, so you can't take him serious.
I'm pretty sure we didn't think he needed a knockout, but that kind of tells you what they're seeing. Yep. They're clearly thinking.
No, that's not what they were saying. No. That's not what they were saying. He said, I heard that they have us behind. Yeah. That I did hear. Yes. He told them. So he heard. So that's why he was telling them that. I'm pretty sure he didn't think he was down. Oh, because he's Pernell's trainer too. So that was knockout or nothing.
I don't think we thought that he needed a knockout, but I felt he was behind.
I thought he was behind too. Yeah, by 1. And honestly, I thought the judges had him behind by more, just because I don't know, just the way the pace of the fight was pretty much Chocolatito's pace. So that influences judges a lot to me.
Yeah.
And he was landing more punches.
Yeah.
Yeah, real quickly, Mad Dog says, shout out to you, man. This guy's been on fire lately.
For real.
He had it a draw.
I mean, not mad at that.
I don't think anybody could be mad at that. But yeah, that was very interesting that the corner said, hey, dicen que estamos abajo. Like, you got to win these fucking rounds. You know, they're saying that we're down. I don't know if that's what they thought as well, and that's why they were emphasizing it, or because in Texas, don't they read the scorecards through the rounds, or do they not do that anymore? But that's how I took it as, okay, they're hearing that they're down. So even when they told Estrada, he kind of did like a nervous kind of laugh a little bit. He giggled because it looked like he was like, what? Like, I thought I was okay. I thought I was winning.
Yeah.
But I don't know, man. It's so close, man.
Yeah.
Comics that said we got to run it back. Third fight. Yeah, and that's very interesting because now Sorrenvisa beat Estrada beat Sorrenvisa last time out over here at the Forum. It seems like they're trying to line that fight up, but I would like to see Estrada fight Chocolatito a third time again. They're 1-1 now, so
yeah.
I think those two fights have to happen.
In terms of boxing business, it makes sense.
And then let's give these guys the flowers, man. We're talking about these lightweights, 4 kings. Nah, these guys are the 4 kings. Estrada, Cuadras, Sort. Even though Cuadras lost pretty much to all of them, but they all fought each other like 2 or 3 times already.
He's a Tommy Hearns.
Forget these light heavyweights talking about 4 kings when they haven't even fought each other. And these are the 4 kings.
That's true.
No, that's what I mentioned last podcast.
But because they're small guys, they're not gonna get the credit.
That's true.
And that's what I said last podcast too. I just want to fucking commend Sorrenvisa, Estrada, Chocolatito, because these are 3 guys.
And Cuadras.
And
Cuadras too, even though he doesn't have like those big wins as these guys. These guys have all kind of beat each other, but these guys are fighting the best. These 3 especially, obviously you gotta throw Cuadras name in there out of respect that he's a warrior, but those 3, they are the greatest in the same era.
Yeah.
These guys have all had their runs when Chocolatito was the top pound for pound. In a lot of people's list, he was number 1. Sorrenvisa took him out, knocked him out. In my opinion, now he was one of the top pound for pound fighters in the world. But in that weight class, he was number 1. Then Gallo came back and beat him, and now he became number 1. And now he beats Chocolatito, and then the fight with this. Dude, you just got to commend these guys, man.
Yeah.
These guys are fighting each other in their primes. Past their primes, it don't matter. These guys, what was it, 2012?
2012.
And these guys are still willing to go at it again and then do another third fight. Yeah. So that's a lot of respect for them, man.
To me, on the previous podcasts that I said was you got to commend these guys that they're doing it again, running it back, because they've elevated the super flyweight division to a level that hasn't been done before. We've had great title holders, champions in the past, but now with the advent of media, like we've had them on the forefront. I was looking at the fans in attendance, not a whole lot, of course, because of the pandemic, and still it's the super flyweight division. You're not gonna get a full crowd, but man, these guys put it on tonight, and we've talked about that this could have been a fight of the year even before they got in there. Again, they're not the hardest punchers. You need to have knockdowns and all that, trading.
They were punching hard.
They were punching hard.
You gotta commend their chins as well.
The whole way through. And
their chins and their subtle defense, because both of them were parrying and doing little subtle head movements and kind of blocking their shots. So
yeah, I saw great defense without too much movement going backwards. And that's rare to see. And it was like a chess match, but a quick chess match, like fast pace. It's like we were watching it in fast forward. I thought I was watching Dragon Ball Z and shit.
Man. Honestly, like this, in a way, even though I'm not happy with who got the win, at the end of the day, I want to see these guys get paid, and if it means a rubber match, okay, why not?
The best outcome of this fight, even though besides that card, was that most likely we're gonna get the trilogy because now both are 1-1.
Yeah, Edwin Orsor, just fought yesterday, got that easy W. He is the mandatory, so he's gonna get Estrada. But I like to see a rubber match down the line, and let whoever win, like boxing politics, stay out of the way. Whoever wins this next one, you gotta give it to him.
Yeah, and then just to piggyback off Mad Dog's comment here saying R.I.P. Marvin Hagler. Yes. What was the comment on Twitter that they said?
Who
was it? Vinny Paz.
Vinny Paz, the underground rapper, was like, regardless of the scores, you got to give it up to these fighters, and Marvin Hagler will appreciate both of these warriors. So I think that's the best comment I read so far because most people are gonna be on Twitter complaining robbery, screaming robbery, but that comment to me is way more powerful.
Yeah, that's obviously we were all waiting for this fight. We knew this was what we were gonna do Saturday night, hang out together, eat some food, watch a great fight. We had no idea that in this morning we were gonna get the news of marvelous Marvin Hagler passing away. One of the greats. I want to say one of those guys that went under the radar for such a long time because Sugar Ray Leonard had all the media attention. He was that media darling, Olympic gold medalist, doing Pepsi commercials, could do no wrong. And you had Marvin Hagler, doing it the hard way, grinding it out, win after win after win after win. And, to lose him is it's a loss to the boxing community. His style is one of those styles that people just love, just come forward, aggressive. I was thinking about this during the fight. If these guys were bigger, had power, man, we would have seen a bunch of knockdowns, and you said it best, Alexis. If you want to read that, that tweet again.
Okay, I'm gonna say it word by word because I didn't say it right the first time. Okay, so it says, let's put the questionable parentheses decision to the side for a second. Marvin Hagler is somewhere smiling down approvingly on Chocolatito and El Gallo. Of that, I'm certain.
Yeah, and it may sound corny, but the fans won tonight. I think I'm pretty sure a lot of people will be debating this decision. I'm still debating in my own head about the decision.
Yeah.
I feel bad for Chocolatito that he lost because of the way that he fought. I don't think most of us expected him to fight this well, to still have that tank almost full, to go 12 rounds, throwing so many punches, pushing Estrada. He definitely deserves to win. But I think it would have been messed up if Estrada would have lost too, because he fought his ass off too. He was very smart. He stayed composed. So to me, that's why I called it a draw. Obviously, I didn't score it live. I would have to watch it again and try to score it round by round. But even then, I'm pretty sure I'm going to have trouble. So I'm just happy we got a great fight, and I'm happy that I'm pretty sure there's going to be a lot of reactions on Twitter, Instagram.
There's a lot of big people, and Damian Lillard.
There you go.
What are they saying?
He was like 117, 111, no effing way. And then Cafai, who was the last guy that Chocolatito fight? He said Chocolatito won. Ward said Chocolatito 7-5. So pretty much a lot of people are saying Chocolatito.
These guys know, man. And I think you did a post, right, Gio, for Against the Ropes?
Yeah.
And they picked Chocolatito, which
So Instagram was rocking with Chocolatito heavy. On the YouTube poll, it was close, but the majority was going with Estrada. So it was definitely divided. It was split, just like the cards.
Yeah, I think that had a lot of influence in the way people are feeling because Estrada, the consensus was that he was a favorite and that he might even knock Chocolatito out. So I think that played a lot into the outrage now because it was a pretty close fight, and you could say that Chocolatito deserved it slightly. He pulled it off. So I think that's why people are even, they're all like robbery. This is BS.
Yeah, that's the thing. You can't get everything in boxing.
And then the 117, 111 makes it even worse.
That leaves you a bad taste.
I hate when that happens because usually when it's a big fight and it's one scorecard changes the emotions of everything. People talk about the scorecard, talk about robbery instead of praising both of these fighters for a great fight.
Yeah, when I'm a judge, I'm like, if I was a judge, I'd be like, it's kind of off, like, let me just bring it a little bit closer down, 116, 112, even 115, 113, it's the same. I'm still giving it to one guy. I don't know. I feel like sometimes these judges like want to let the powers that be know, like, I'm gonna score it this way. Hire me for that next big fight.
This fight was hard. This fight was hard for a judge to
do that.
But 117, 111, like, there's no way you could, even if you're not, I don't know, even if you just look at the whole fight, like, I don't see how 9-3 either way. Like, it's not possible to find 9 rounds for anybody. And in this fight, especially Estrada, because I think he did get outlanded and Chocolatito looked very good. So there's no way 117, 111
are we adding,
possible.
Are we adding this card to the Canelo Alvarez and all these other cards where they're just way off?
To the Wilder? I think so. I think so because this fight was very close. And Chocolatito, I'm pretty sure, I don't usually count CompuBox landed and stuff, but he did look like he outlanded him.
Yeah.
and he threw more. So I don't. There's no way 9-3 is even possible to me.
Yeah.
Yeah, Arthur says we are honored as boxing fans to have fighters like these two. The battle is more important than the result. Yeah, and 100%. A lot of people will respect what Chocolatito did in this fight. Obviously, it just sucks that when it's all said and done, it's gonna look like a loss in that resume, right? And I feel for him because he definitely deserved a little more. But man, I mean, it was just a war. It was a war, and once again, I commend these two for throwing so many punches, for being strategic about it. It wasn't just lo pendejo, all that war. And great defense by both, in my opinion. Just a great checkers match.
Yeah.
I like checkers better than chess. I hate when people say,
You like checkers better than chess?
yes, 1,000%.
Throw the kitchen sink out.
No, but this was definitely a very good matchup, a memorable one, and I'm sure we'll be watching it again in the near future. We're going to probably watch it, 10 years from now. So it's just that 117 kind of leaves a bad taste in everyone's mouth.
Yeah. So rubber match, man. Hopefully next year, they got to run it back one more time, and yeah, we'll see. We'll see what happens. One of these guys has to take it.
Yeah. Anything else you want to get off your chest, Chris?
Nah, I mean,
you're very hot out there. Now you're a little more.
That buzz went down a little bit. Nah, but I just, I just felt Chocolatito, just did his thing. I thought he was just so poised and so effective. I think he won the closer round, and so again, it was a close match, but I think those rounds, were clear on his side. I was, obviously Estrada is a little bit bigger. We saw the size, not a whole lot, but just enough bigger. We saw the power difference, and I think he just neutralized that a little bit better. I understand why you guys say, like, you'd rather be Estrada. He not as much, wear and tear on his face, but again, he is the bigger guy. He takes the punches very well, but I think Chocolatito showed why he was on the pound for pound rankings number one for so long, and he showed those flashes once again.
To me, that's what made it kind of like sad, especially at the end, because like he did enough to win, but he didn't get that decision, and just all that you said, that it does count, but not in the actual fight. But I mean, he came back from the knockout with a great performance, and he's a Hall of Famer regardless. So
yeah, Arthur says Gonzalez is already a first ballot Hall of Fame. All this is just extra.
Yeah,
1,000%, man, 1,000%.
the fact that he was able to make it this competitive right there in itself is a great accomplishment.
Yeah, I mean, just think about that tremendous knockout loss to Soren Visai, his trainer passing. It was kind of like, all right, it's over for the great legacy that he had already built before that. He still came back, got the title back. Now gave us another great fight. I mean, you just got to give him a round of applause, man. It sucks because of the final outcome and how it happened. 115, 113, I'm not mad at it. Obviously, the other one, you got to be mad at that one. But, man, I hope that he does get that third fight, though. I hope nothing funny happens and he gets it.
Yeah, in my opinion, and I think you said it best, Gio, when we were watching the fight, if Chocolatito does win, that Estrada kind of closes. Like, you can't, there's no reason for a rubber match.
Yeah.
And you even said, like,
and that would have sucked because
he's going against Sore. Yeah, for me, the way you said it, it's like he wins. He has to go against Sore, and maybe Sore is like the wrong style matchup because Sore is just a bigger dude.
For Chocolatito.
For Chocolatito, yes.
Yeah.
And so this kind of, for me, I look down the road. It's like he's gonna let Estrada do Sore.
I think the third one should happen next. Like
right away.
Yeah, because
the bag.
Because Chocolatito is a little older. Like it should happen within the next year.
Yeah.
Because then it might play out the age on Chocolatito's side. So
they likely gave those close rounds to champion Estrada just to choose a winner for those rounds. Yeah, I mean,
understandable.
I'm all about 10-10, man. Because if both guys did enough to win the round, why do you have to choose one? But yeah, man, it's
got a petition for those 10-10 rounds, man. make it a thing, man. No, I said
no. Yeah, they should, but I hardly ever see judges give a 10-10.
Yeah. Anything else, Chris?
Nah, to me,
people know what's up.
To me, it was a great fight. I mean, at the end of the day, happy these guys both made it out. Sometimes we get caught up in the moment, and we want to see knockouts and knockdowns. But just the fact that these two guys like They respect the hell out of each other.
You got caught up in the religious moment right there. You're about to start crying with Chocolatito.
I wish you would have got caught up in the moment on camera, so they would have seen this shit. It would have been a great debate.
That would have caught fire. But just shout out to these two guys. Put up a hell of a fight, and can't wait to see them back in the ring. Shout out to Mr. Michael Buffer. I know he gave a shout out to Marvin Hagler. I told you, Alexis, they kind of came up in the boxing game together. You know, before he had that gray hair, he obviously always had that catchphrase that we know so well. But I saw him get a little emotional. You know, it's tough when you lose somebody that you build your career, you know, as they're building their careers. So shout out to Michael Buffer, held it together. Yeah. And the show must go on.
And okay, one of the last few questions here. We're about 30-something minutes in. Before the fight this week, I mentioned that if Estrada wins, he inserts himself as one of the greatest Mexican champions ever because of him beating these guys, Chocolatito and Soren Visay, right? I believe all three of them are already all-time greats. Now, the way that he won...
It's not enough for me.
Is it enough to be like, all right, Estrada's already one of the greatest. He just beat Chocolatito. He got the revenge. Mm-hmm. He got the revenge against Soren Visay. Was this enough?
How many belts
is
legacy? He's only been champion at 112, no? 112 and 115?
Uh-huh.
Yeah, I don't think so.
No, he's got the WBC, WBA. Not enough for me, bro.
No, but in what weight classes?
Yeah, what weight class? Because I don't think at 108 when Chocolatito beat him, I don't think he was champion.
No, he wasn't. So, yeah, it was 115, 112.
Score down. Yeah.
If it was a decisive win, I think so. But you're going to have to wait for the third one. And if he wins that one and then he beats Sor again, then definitely.
Yeah, because a lot of the talk was that Chocolatito...
Because he does have another... This is not his... I mean, he lost to Chocolatito, he lost to Sor, and I think he lost another one, so...
Mm-hmm. To me, like, if he would have done it decisively, I would have been like, yeah, he's inching there with the... I might even add him right there with Oscar Valdez. I think Valdez is getting up there.
Valdez is not ahead of Estrada right now.
Yo.
No.
All-time champions?
No.
Hell
I wouldn't say... No. I wouldn't say but like what he's done this year. But
Valdez's only win right now, this is the only, like, you could say top-level win that he's had.
Yeah.
Estrada already beat Sor.
Yeah.
And Cuadras, he knocked out Cuadras, which is a big guy. And this fight with Chocolatito, so Valdez hasn't done enough.
So if you had to put fighter of the year, who do you have ahead? I'm talking...
Fighter of the year right now?
Who's in the running? Who's more ahead?
Canelo. Canelo ahead of everybody. Because Canelo's going to fight in 2 months. When is Valdez going to fight again?
Oh, he's going to get in the ring at least 2 more times this year. I think.
Oh, no.
Not that. Maybe once.
So? No way. They're not
the way that
it.
these fight, the top rank and all these other promotions do, I don't think so.
Mm-hmm. So back to Gio's question. If Estrada... It has to be a little bit more clear, a little bit more decisive. You know, a lot of the narrative was that
I agree with that.
Was that you know, Chocolatito pound for pound, one of Nicaragua's best, up there with Alexis Arguello. I needed to see just a little bit more decisive. It was too close to call, and I kind of felt to go Chocolatito's way. So I want to see that rubber match, and he could still. I'm nobody to make a believer of, but he can make a believer of me on the third fight.
All right, let's. I'm sure we'll rewind to this topic in this fight, but real quickly, David Benavidez won tonight. Now that we mentioned Canelo, possible opponent, I'm pretty sure a lot of people are like, man,
I've seen it a lot already, and I kind of agree. He's not ready for Canelo.
Now I've said this last time, and people always like look at me sideways when I say that.
Yeah,
to me, it's his defense is my biggest concern.
Yeah, for me, it's experience factor. We said again, time and time again, Canelo's up there. We need these guys to mix it up, give us the fights that we need, get some experience.
We need to see him versus Plant next.
Plant or Charlo, one of those two. Before you try to even consider getting in the ring with a Canelo, get experience, fight these guys, give us some memorable fights on the road to greatness. If you're trying to aspire to cash in with Canelo.
Yeah, so I mean, he won. He got the
TKO.
The TKO, got the stoppage. He looked very slim, and that's why I said it was gonna go like 7-8. It ended up going what 10?
I think 11.
11. But he did look very slim. Obviously, he looked quick, but I want to see him against better opposition. I think it's about that time. He's held that belt twice already, the WBC belt at 168. So I want to see him step up a little bit, if possible. I know it's difficult, but things are starting to get a little better. We saw a lot of fans there in Texas. So I think now it's time for Benavidez, man. See what he's about.
Benavidez is a great narrative, man. He's got, you know, like I know we were joking a little bit earlier. He was the chubby kid who came to be the youngest.
There you go with the sentimental stuff again.
One of the youngest,
the background stuff.
He's got an interesting.
That's not gonna matter when he faces Canelo.
Exactly. He needs more. He needs to fight these other title holders. I'm the type to not even call him champions
he needs high level experience.
Exactly. So he needs to kill plants the Jermall Charlo.
Because the way I saw him today, like Mad Dog said right here, man, he got hit a lot.
Get him in there with Billy Joe with the scrotum pop, bro. Get him in there.
And it seems like he always fights the same way, like just kind of walking down his opponents, like straight up with his chin up.
Yeah.
Like
he needs to get his levels up.
Yeah, Smokey says Benavidez got time on his side.
Yeah.
Has 3 more years at 168. Yeah. He's still very young, 24 years old, I believe. He's definitely got time, but yeah, we'll see, man. We'll see what happens with that. I don't have much to add on Benavidez. Honestly, I'm pretty sure this doesn't necessarily do him any favors unless you're a guy like maybe Charlo, who is another guy who hasn't faced top opposition. Maybe you're saying, okay, maybe Benavidez is more vulnerable than we thought. Maybe there's a way until getting the Canelo fight, but we know these guys are just waiting.
Yeah,
like this. Canelo, pick me, Canelo. Pick me. I want that big
Choose
check,
me,
Canelo.
Even in defeat, let me spend that money. Yeah, now these guys have to fight it. Man, get some decent money, get some experience, and then cash out.
After Canelo KOs Benavidez, as Goldberg says, who's next? Try my best here, comics.
Hey.
Yeah, I mean, if I'm Canelo, I'm retiring. If I get all the belts,
for real,
I get all the belts at 68, and then if Benavidez still left, beat him, and I'm retiring. Happily,
dude, if I'm Canelo,
happily ever
retire
after.
for 1 year, let these guys fight it out. Fuck, like I'm not even here no more.
I'm retiring at the top of the sport. Let me go. Number 1 pound for pound fighter in the world, possibly still in my prime. I'm just saying, hey,
yeah,
I'm good.
I'm gonna go golf. Let me go ride my horses.
Go to a novela or something.
And then when the smoke clears, who's standing, and then I'll take that one.
Canelo's not chubby, but he's so paletas, bro. What's up? What's up?
Did he?
Mad Dog.
Damn.
If Mad Dog says it, I believe it.
Hey, if he says it, it's true.
Shit, I like that story more. The Canela.
Let's go. The Canela. Let's go.
Yeah, but that was on that, and then also Jessica McCaskill against Cecilia Brækhus.
Yeah, I'm gonna eat my words, man.
Jessica
McCaskill came to fight. She didn't come to box. She didn't come to no touch
games.
up. Nah, she
not even boxing. She just
trying to knock her head out.
Yeah,
and she almost did.
Seemed like she saw something in the first fight, and she's very determined in this one. So I'm happy I got that.
You got that one, man. 2 for 2.
Let's go. Let's get it. I'm feeling confident now.
Yeah, I didn't get that one. The first fight didn't convince me. This one definitely did. So McCaskill, man, she's trouble. She's here. She's here to stay for a good minute.
You saw Sean's comment?
What do you say? What'd you say, Sean?
Comics, maybe he'll say Canelo 316 days. I just whipped your ass. Christian would like the religious aspect of that.
That's a good one.
Before we leave, we're going to say a boxing prayer.
Let's go.
Christian got this on lock. I'd rather have Benavidez take on Plant and Smith before Canelo fight. That's the only way he gets enough experience. Yeah, I agree. He needs those top-level fights. And those are good fights, man. Those are good fights that we want to see. Caleb Plant, Callum Smith, they're still up there. Obviously, Benavidez. Billy Joe after Canelo knocks him out. You can still make fights with him, you know. So 168, these guys can all fight each other eventually. Canelo's only 30. He can still go up to light heavy and make a case for all-time great.
Further the case?
If Canelo retired now, he wouldn't crack top 10. Let him dominate at light heavy.
Shit.
Well, he's already ahead of Chavez in this conversation, so...
Light heavy to me is too much. For a guy that's like 5'8", 5'9", when guys at 175 are like over 6 feet.
220 pounds.
That's like asking like
when Mayweather
asking for too much to me.
Like when they were asking Mayweather
To fight Triple G.
to fight Triple G.
Yeah, that's
like
too much.
realistically, it's
But imagine if you do
he
it.
could do it. I'm pretty sure Mayweather could have done it. I don't know if he would have won. I'm pretty sure he could have gone up to 60. But at that point, you're
giving
you're
your
playing with
opponent
fire.
too much of an advantage.
That's kind of like that's
Playing
when
with fire.
that's
like all these guys, Max Kellerman talking about better BF. Dude, better BF probably walks around over 200 pounds.
Yeah.
Canelo
Of
maybe
course.
190, 180,
Yeah.
185.
Callum Smith, 6'4", what? He's
Yeah.
got to be like 210, 215 walking around.
Hey, but if Amir
On a
Khan
good
did
day.
it, Amir Khan went up 2 divisions. That's
Amir
it.
Khan
What
just
happened
went
to
up
him?
for the
He got
bread.
knocked the
What?
Exactly.
I'm just saying, if someone did that for you, you know, I mean, I wouldn't want to see it unless he really grows into something close of a actual true light heavyweight.
Yeah, you're giving too
But-
much away at that point.
Yeah. But if he does do it, and if he does win, fuck.
I mean, you know,
Makes a case, man, for top 5 all time.
316. Well, you mean Stone Cold, right? Isn't that how he said it?
I gotta stun somebody, man.
Yeah, I thought that's how
That's what I took it as a stone cold.
316.
Yeah,
I think I forget.
Oh,
It's
that's what he
it's
was
been a
doing this
long
whole time.
It's been a long time.
he was stone. He was doing the Stone Cold Stunner in the name of Jesus this whole time.
Floyd climbs on Triple G and chokes him late in rounds.
He gets the brass knuckles and knocks him out like he did the Big Show. Let's go.
It sucks they're all waiting in line for Canelo. Yeah, I don't think we've seen this before. Even during the Floyd era, people were fighting each other. Even guys like Berto and Robert Guerrero who didn't deserve the fight, but they fought each other.
Ortiz,
before
Victor Ortiz fought Berto a couple times.
Yeah.
All right, so we're gonna put on all these lightweights on notice, man. These super flies are
Man,
showing.
we shouldn't
them.
even talk about these guys anymore.
I'm not-
they're just freaking his
I'm not even
Twitter
naming
warriors
them by
man.
names. I'm just
Yeah,
saying the super flies are putting you on notice. Fight each other. Quit with the
they're
whole
not even
back
in
and
the
forth.
radar
Let
anymore.
me tell you this: you're talking about the lightweight division.
Yes.
Overrated.
What?
Overrated.
yeah,
All those
definitely.
guys overrated.
Definitely.
I mean, you got to sell these fights, but none of them have accomplished much except for Teofimo Lopez.
Yeah.
And that was one fight. Well, let's give him two. Let's give him the one
2
against
fights.
Comey.
Yeah.
And Nakatani was pretty impressive looking back.
He's good
but-
too.
He struggled, but yeah.
But I'm saying he's
got it
still
done.
very young. He's still very young. He could still get derailed a little bit. I don't think it's gonna happen. But yeah, respect to Teofimo, obviously Loma. But besides that, Devin Haney, he got upgraded via text message to the real belt. He
It's a
won.
text message.
Look, this is the fucked up shit about him.
And not like
He-
Haney.
he
I
turned-
think Haney outboxes them all, but he has to prove it in the ring. He hasn't fought a top 10 guy. Like,
He won the vacant silver belt or whatever.
Yeah. Now he turned off his phone
Against a guy with like
yeah.
11 fights. And then after that, he got upgraded. So he's like, that don't make sense. I'm not calling him a champion. Ryan Garcia still has a lot to prove. Who else? Who's still out there? From the
Tank.
the Kings.
Tank,
Come on.
Tank about to go to 140,
Man,
get a
okay, they're not
regular
kings.
belt.
They're
No
not kings.
respect,
They're,
man.
they're princes at best.
No, I'm
Not
not
even.
giving him that. I'm not giving him that. It's all media hype. You know, it's good for boxing, but
Yeah.
no.
Man.
Eddie Hearn has been stepping up Canelo's ring entrance game. Eddie, I gotta say this about the zone.
Yeah.
They're fucking killing it right now.
Yeah.
They're killing it,
What was
man.
it 2 years ago? We're like, what is this? The zone? What is this new platform?
They're
It's
putting up the best
killing it.
fights. I mean,
Yeah.
way better than PBC. They're
Oh,
the
yeah.
worst.
Showtime is
Top Rank has done pretty good.
Yeah.
PBC
When
is
Canelo
trash.
When Canelo says post interview, the ring entrance was dope. You know that someone's doing something.
Mad
right
Dog
back
says
there.
Canelo needs that Stone Cold ring entrance against Billy.
For real, that'd be dope. Well, he came up with who? J Balvin last. He's gonna come up with Maluma next.
What happened?
His ring entrance came out with J Balvin last. He's gonna get. He needs to elevate his artist, Bad Bunny next or something.
Yeah, man. Yeah, but that's that, man. Final comments on Chocolatito against Estrada. We're gonna try to keep this one pretty short. I think is he at 118 now?
Yeah, I think he came up.
Arthur's asking 112 or 115. I think he actually went up higher than that, 118, if I'm not mistaken. But yeah,
You know, he's problems for these guys if he moves up.
the monster.
But
Yeah, man. Say it with your chest now.
Chocolatito, man, I think he should have gotten this win. I think he deserved this win. I get it, why boxing politics, but he's up there. And I even think he's eclipsed Alexis Arguello. I think he's up there, pound for pound, number one Nicaraguan fighter.
Yeah, man. I'm just happy we saw a very, very good fight. I I mean, either way that you scored it, I think I'm okay. It wasn't a robbery for sure. 117. Somebody find that guy and take his license. That definitely didn't happen. But yeah, man, great fight. It was great to see this fight 9 years after the first one. And these guys still have it.
Yeah.
I feel bad for Chocolatito for the outcome. But I mean, respect to him.
Yeah.
I think they both won, man. Kind of corny to say, but I think they both won tonight.
Yeah. Alexis, any final thoughts, comments? We'll let you take it out this time around.
Nah, I'm good.
That's it, man. Comics Fest says we
Let's
need
go,
a third
Gallito.
fight.
I know someone who's happy today.
Who?
El Chavez, el senior.
Chavez,
Cesar
of
del
course.
Boxeo?
Cesar.
I know in the first fight he was very vocal saying that he thought Gallo won, right?
Oh,
Yeah.
you know for sure he thinks he won this fight.
Yeah.
I gotta watch that Teva Azteca commentary for this fight.
Yeah, I gotta see what the Mexican media.
Somebody in the comments put that they, I think on these comments or somebody said that, and the Spanish commentary was.
Faitelson's gonna say like, "Ese sí es un mexicano." Watch, he's gonna say something. He's gonna hate on Canelo.
He's gonna say esas sí son peleas, no como las de Canelo.
Oh my god.
Con todo respeto, Faitelson.
I know you guys wrote some other comments here. We'll get to it on next podcast.
Oh, look at this last one. Chocolatito's
Yeah.
a man of the Lord. Estrada going straight to hell for this one.
That's basically what Chris said out
That's
there.
hilarious. basically-
But
That's
now
funny. I didn't say
he
that.
don't want to say it on camera.
That's
But,
hilarious.
you know.
Dope.
Yeah, man. Big shout out to you guys. Thank you guys for tuning in, man. Fun day of boxing, and we'll get more into it throughout the week, right? Tuesday or Thursday. We've been doing Thursdays lately, so most likely Thursdays around 7:30, 8 p.m.
That just opens up the weekend, you know.
Yeah, and nah, man, it was a great fight. Hope you guys enjoyed the show, and yeah, we'll be back soon, man. Great night of boxing. I can't say much else, man.
Rest in peace, Marvin Hagler.
Yeah, man. El Gallo, #1 pound for pound. All right, let's read this. last-
Canelo's the son Chavez always wanted. Mad Dog.
Every time
I don't disagree.
Every time we try to leave, they always hit us up with some good comments. Look, this judge is still not happy about it. But yeah, man, big shout out to the Just Boxing Foundation. They're having a donation campaign right now. If you guys would like to donate, hit up their Facebook. Shout out to Sean. Hey, we forgive you. We forgive you. We forgive you, Sean.
Arthur says no llores, compa.
Yeah, man, comics vet, come on, man. You were doing so well. You were doing so well, dog. What happened? Yeah, Chris almost cried. I ain't gonna lie. He got very, emotional. But that's what we love to see out of boxing fans, man. But yeah, man, Chocolatito on 3. Right? 1. Okay.
We're gonna go eat some chocolates, man. In the north. Let's go.
Back soon. Hey, big shout out to Puro Golpe, man. I forgot to put their logo up on here on the screen, but hit up www.purogolpe.com. And that's it, man. It's a wrap. Eat some chocolatitos. Let's go get some chocolates, Chris.
Get some
Let's go,
chocolates, man.
If
On
you
it.
sad,
If
eat
you
some chocolatitos.
Either that or some chicken, man. Puro gallo.
All right, man. Stay up. Thank you, guys.
Dude, this fight eats
Let's go, mate.
from Thailand.
Michael, you already know I'm a fun guy.
Hola amigos, soy Juan Francisco Gallo Estrada. Quiero mandar un saludo para mis amigos de Contra las Cuerdas. Que se les muchas ganas. Un abrazo, muchas bendiciones.
Shout out to Against the Ropes. You know what mine is? Let's box, bitches. It's almost fight night.
Shout out to Against the Ropes. Thank you for the support. Keep doing your thing. You're doing a great job. So thank you and best wishes.
Against the Ropes. Huge shout out to Against the Ropes. Against the Ropes.
Shout out to Against the Ropes. Thank you guys for the interview and hope to see you guys soon.
Against the ropes, always doing the right thing.
Shout out to Against the Ropes, man. I appreciate you guys for having me, taking the time out y'all day.
Against the Ropes, #1.
Freddie Roach.
Thank you very much.